Okay, welcome back. Welcome to a new class, class number 34. I always need to look because we're going so fast that sometimes I forget what class we're on. Class number 34, and we have a lot of work today with class number 4, so sit down, get ready, be still, get out a pencil and paper if necessary. Get out means saca. Get out a piece of paper. Take out, si es de un sitio algo muy específico. Take the pencil out of your pocket. Pero saca un lápiz. Get out a pencil, get out a piece of paper, sit down, pay attention, watch, keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, and listen carefully. And we will go over things from the last class and then straight into years and into used to, a new expression for some of you maybe. Okay, camera number 1. All right, are you ready? Let's go back to Canada and Spain. Canada and Spain, people. Well, there aren't as many people in Canada as in Spain. Canada and Spain, wine. There isn't as much wine in Canada as in Spain. Canada and Spain, windmills. Well, there aren't as many windmills. Well, excuse me. Old windmills, Don Quixote type windmills, or wind farms, parques eólicos. Modern windmills. Well, I think there aren't as many windmills in Canada as in Spain. I think Spain has more. Canada and Spain, provinces. There aren't as many provinces in Canada as in Spain. Even though Canada is a lot bigger than Spain, Canada is 7 or 8 times bigger than Spain. But even though Canada is bigger than Spain, there aren't as many provinces in Canada as in Spain. In fact, there are only about 10 or 11 provinces in Canada, and in Spain there are 50, which means if Canada is 7 or 8 times bigger than Spain and has only 10 or 11 provinces, then the provinces in Canada are very big indeed. In fact, some of the provinces in Canada are bigger than the country of Spain. Canada and Spain, snow. Well, there isn't as much. There isn't as much snow in Spain as in Canada. Snowstorms, ventiscas, tormentas de nieve, snowstorms. There aren't as many snowstorms in Spain as in Canada. Okay? Dust, polvo, yeah, dust. Dust in the wind. We're only dust in the wind. Okay. Well, there isn't as much dust in Canada as in Spain. There isn't as much dust in Canada as in Spain. Okay? Beaches. Playas. Yeah, beaches. Well, there aren't as many beaches in Canada as in Spain. There aren't as many beaches in Canada as in Spain. Lakes. There aren't as many lakes in Spain as in Canada. Water. There isn't as much water. There isn't as much water in Spain as in Canada. And there aren't as many lakes. There isn't as much water. Contable, incontable. All right? People. There aren't as many people in Canada as in Spain. Universities. There aren't as many universities, I think, in Spain as in Canada. There are a lot of universities in Canada. Highways. Carreteras. Yeah. Well, there aren't as many highways in Canada as in Spain because most of Canada doesn't have any highways or roads, only near the United States. Okay, Canada and Spain, televisions. Televisores, yeah. Well, there aren't as many televisions in Canada as in Spain because there are fewer people. And English teachers, there aren't as many English teachers in Canada as in Spain because Canada doesn't need English teachers of the type I am. Canada and Spain, horses. Ooh, that's tough. But I think there are fewer horses in Canada than in Spain because of the climate. So there aren't as many horses in Canada as in Spain. French speakers, francófonos, habladores de francés. Okay. All right. There aren't as many French speakers in Spain as in Canada, because Canada has Quebec, where the majority of the people speak French. So there are fewer French speakers in Spain than in Canada. There aren't as many French speakers in Spain as in Canada. And Canada and Spain, big cities. Ooh, that's difficult. Toronto's a big city, about the same size as Madrid. Montreal is a big city, almost the same size as Madrid. Vancouver is a big city. Not as big as Madrid, but bigger than Valencia or Seville, Vancouver. Ottawa, the capital, is a big city. But I think Ottawa is about the same size as Bilbao. Okay. So I think there are fewer big cities in Spain than in Canada. That's difficult. Madrid, Barcelona, Valencia, and Seville. Those are the 4 cities that are over 1 million. Now, I think in Canada there are only 3 cities over 1 million. Montreal, Toronto, and Vancouver, I think. So really, it's the opposite. There aren't as many big cities. There aren't. Fijaos de nuevo, por enésima vez. Aren't no se dice, se dice aren't. Y los británicos dicen aren't. There aren't as many big cities in Canada as in Spain. Olive trees. That's easy. There are fewer olive trees in Canada than in Spain. There aren't as many olive trees in Canada as in Spain. Maple trees. Oh, that's even easier, but the opposite. Maple. Now, how do you spell maple? M-A-P-L-E, maple. Ah. And the maple leaf? La hoja del, how do you say maple tree in, I think it's arce? Is that it? It's a tree, do you know, the Canadian flag has a maple leaf on it. And so, well, it's clear. Maple trees. There aren't as many maple trees in Spain as in Canada. Maybe the only maple tree in Spain is in the Jardín Biológico. Okay, I don't know. But there aren't as many. There aren't as many maple trees in Spain as in Canada. But inversely, there aren't as many olive trees in Canada as in Spain. And there aren't as many poplars in Canada as in Spain. Álamos y chopos. There aren't as many poplars in Canada as in Spain. Okay, I'm a bit tired of comparisons with more than, less than, fewer than, as many as much as, but it's a very important form. I'll be back in a few minutes after our next teacher.
Thank you, Richard. Hi, everyone. I'm Hannah, and welcome back to another practice class with me. And in this class, we're going to review our previous class. So pay attention, have your notes ready, your pen and paper ready to go to take more notes so that you can practice and repeat this later. So let's say hello to my student for today, David. Hi, David.
Hi, how are you?
Great, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to get started with our review, practicing not as many as and fewer than. Okay, are you ready?
Okay.
Here we go. There are fewer cars in Spain than in China.
There aren't as many cars in Spain as in China.
Perfect, very good. Okay, so I used fewer, and then David, he changed the sentence. It means the same thing, but he used not as many as, okay? So David said, there aren't as many cars in Spain as there are in China. So now, there are, la segunda vez, the second time, you don't have to say that. It's optional, opcional, okay? So simply you can say, there aren't as many cars in Spain as in China, or as there are in China. Both sentences are exactly the same, but you don't have to repeat there are the second time. Great, next example. Our company has fewer employees than most companies.
Our company doesn't have as many employees as most companies.
Okay, good. Repeat. Employees.
Employees.
Eso, okay, employees. Okay, very good. So let me repeat. Our company doesn't have as many employees as most companies. So remember, the formula here is as many as. Okay, as many, and then you put the noun, the sustantivo, en plural because many is para plural and contables. So as many people as many books as many employees as. And also remember to put as at the beginning and at the end. So please don't forget both as, okay, al principio y al final. Okay, another example. He made fewer changes than we expected.
He didn't make as many changes as we expected.
Very good. Okay, let me repeat. He didn't make as many changes as we expected. Great. Again, we're saying the same thing. In one example, we're saying menos que. In the other example, we're saying no tantos como. Okay, but you say the same thing in the sentence. Okay, let's continue. Now we're going to do the opposite, el contrario. Okay, now I'm going to give you as many as, and you have to change it to fewer. Okay? Okay, last year I didn't buy as many shoes as I did the year before.
Last year, I bought fewer shoes than I did the year before.
Perfect. Excellent. Okay. I know it's a very long
Yeah.
sentence. Yeah. Okay, David did great. How about you at home? Did you say the complete sentence with the correct structure? Okay, let's repeat it again so you can check. Okay, last year I bought fewer shoes. And notice the pronunciation, fewer. So repeat, fewer. So last year I bought fewer shoes than I bought the year before, or than I did the year before, or simplemente than the year before. Okay, so you don't have to repeat the same verb and the same subject again la segunda vez. Simplemente than the year before. ¿Por qué? Because we're repeating the same subject and the same verb at the beginning of the sentence. So when that happens, we don't have to repeat it again at the end of the sentence. Okay, another example. We didn't eat as many donuts this morning as we did yesterday morning.
We ate fewer donuts this
Good.
morning than we did yesterday morning.
Okay, very good. So repeat, donuts.
Donuts.
Perfect. Morning.
Morning.
Okay, muy bien. So donuts. Esa O, that O sounds like an OU. Donuts. Donuts. Okay, and morning. Morning, yesterday morning. Okay, so let me repeat the example. We ate fewer donuts this morning than yesterday morning. Okay, again, we don't have to repeat the same verb and the same subject again. It's unnecessary. Okay, let's do one more example. My house doesn't have as many windows as your house does.
My house has fewer windows than your house has.
Your house?
Than your house does.
Okay, very good. So repeat, than your house does. Repeat.
My house has fewer windows than your house does.
Okay, then your house.
Your house does.
Okay, very good. So my house has fewer windows than your house does. Remember, fewer windows than, right? Fewer windows than your house does. Or you can just say than your house, right? Than your house. It's fine too. Okay, great job. Keep practicing at home because the structure is very important. And again, to practice, you can get more and more agility. So I'll see you next time. Back to Richard. Bye-bye.
Welcome back. Okay, let's practice the years. Saying the years. It's important. I'll tell you why. During the 1980s, durante los años 80, ojo, during the 80s, or during the 1980s, I personally gave level tests, pruebas de nivel de inglés, for many telecommunications engineers and industrial engineers for one big company, a big telecommunications company in Spain. And personally, I probably gave 200 level tests to 200 engineers. And I remember I had certain questions para pillarles, okay, to quickly situate them in a general area of their spoken ability with English. And one of the questions was, what year did you study? What year did you finish your studies? What year? I wanted to know the year. ¿En qué año terminaste los estudios? What year? Or, what year did you start your studies? Or when were you born? When were you born? In each of these three questions, the student had to say the year. And it was during the 80s, so the student had to say 1967, 1968, 1965, 1970, etc. And you would be surprised. I remember that probably less than 20% of the people, of the students, of the young job candidates could say the year. They didn't know how. They started saying 1900 or 1160 or something. It's just completely wrong. And I knew immediately, esta persona ya tiene un cierto problema con el inglés. And then subsequent questions qualified one way or another. Learn how to say the years. I was born in 1951. I came to Spain for the first time in 1972. I went back to the States to finish my studies in 1973, and I came back permanently to Spain in 1974. All right, and camera one. Right now, in 2009, I'm going to change to camera one. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I got married in 1977. I got married in 1977. My first child was born in 1980. My second child was born in 1984. My first television class in my life was in 2004. This first program for Vaughan Inglés 4.0 was in 2009. The first appearance of Aprende Inglés TV was in 2008. My daughter started her university studies in Manchester in 1998. She finished her studies in 2002. My son started his university studies in 2001. Yes, and he finished them in 2005. I started my university degree in 1970, and I finished in 1974. My wife was born in 1954. Okay, the battle of Trafalgar took place in 1805. Napoleon became the Emperor of France in 1804. Napoleon became the leader of France in 1799. George Washington defeated the British finally in 1781. The British signed the capitulation, surrender, and the official granting of independence in 1783. The Declaration of Independence in the United States was written in 1776. Spain defeated Napoleon finally and expelled the French from Spain in 1814. Napoleon's army entered Spain in 1808. Madrid revolted against French occupation in May 1808. 1808. Jovellanos died, I don't remember. When did he die? In 1795? I don't remember. Okay, Godoy lost power in Spain in 1808. He gained power in 1792. The French Revolution started in 1789. It ended more or less in 1794. The Reign of Terror, Reinado del Terror, in la Revolución, Robespierre, Danton Robespierre, this period, the Reign of Terror was in 1793 and 1794. Okay, the years. Christopher Columbus crossed the Atlantic for the first time in 1492. He went back, I think, in 1493 for his second voyage. He made 4 voyages. Okay, Cervantes, Miguel de Cervantes, died in 1614, I believe, or 1616, I don't remember. Isabel, the Catholic, Isabella, She died in 1504 or 1505. I don't remember. Her husband Ferdinand, I think, died in 1516 or 1517. Charles I came to Spain from the Low Countries, I think in 1517 or in 1 year before, in 1516. The Comuneros lost their battles against Charles I and the Habsburg House, I think in 1522 and 1523. Okay? Ferdinand and Isabella got married and united Spain, the kingdoms of Castile and Aragon, I think in 1469. I recommend that you watch this program again through the internet, later tonight, tomorrow, this coming weekend, and open the computer and check these dates to check how many are right and how many are wrong. I'm not an expert on dates in history, but I have a general idea. Dates are not important, but periods of history are important, okay? Now, my father died in the year 2007. My mother died in 2003. Napoleon died in 1821. Walt Disney died in 1967. Ronald Reagan died in 2001. Jimmy Carter was born in 1931. My father was born in 1923. My mother was born in 1921. Ay, las fechas, los años, 1921, 1921. The First World War started in 1914. It ended in 1918. The Second World War started in Europe in 1939 and in the Pacific in 1941. The Second World War ended in 1945 in both continents. Okay, I'm tired. Let's take a short break for our sponsors and then come back. Okay, years. También hay años antes de Cristo. Okay, Alexander the Great invaded Asia Minor, crossed the Hellespont with his armies to begin his 10 years of invasion, I think in 333 or 333 BC. And he died in Babylonia, in the city of Babylon in 323, 10 years later. But I'm not completely sure. Julius Caesar, Julio César, no las tijeras de Julia. Julius Caesar was born in 100, exactamente, 100 BC. And he was assassinated by his fellow senators in the year 44 BC. Okay, I love history. I don't ask you to, but I do want you to learn how to say the years. All right, teacher coming up, a new teacher, and then me back.
Thank you, Richard. Hello, everyone. I'm Natasha, your teacher today, and I'm here with a very, very, very good student who studies every single day and does her homework. Her name is Vienna. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Is it true what I'm saying?
Yes, of course.
Okay, tell everyone at home what you did today to improve your English.
I've been reading the newspaper in English.
Ah, very good. So instead of reading it in Spanish, you read it in English.
Yes.
Do you ever read it online?
Yes, online. It's easier.
And today, did you read it online or did you buy a newspaper?
Online.
Okay, very good, very good. She always does a lot of different things, okay, varied things to study English, okay? Not just one thing, because if you do only one thing, you get bored of it, okay? So she does many different things, okay? All right, as you know, we're going to review everything Richard explained, and we're going to work on years today, okay? Before we actually start practicing, I just want to remind you that you need to answer all the questions out loud at home, okay? You have to make the most, tienes que aprovechar, you have to make the most of this time with me, and you have to practice as much as possible because we need to improve your English. That's what we're here for, okay? All right, let's start, okay? Vienna, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I'm going to get you to ask me a question. then I'll answer with the year, and then you rephrase saying the whole sentence with the year. Okay? All right, the first one. Ask me when Disneyland was open to the public.
When was Disneyland open to the public?
Very good. One more time.
When was Disneyland open to the public?
One more time.
When was Disneyland open to the public?
Very good. When was Disneyland open to the public? Okay, it was 1955. So whole sentence?
Disneyland was opened to the public in 1955.
Very good. Disneyland was open to the public in 1955. Okay, 1955. Okay, the next one is for you at home. Okay, ask me when John Lennon was murdered. Very good. When was John Lennon murdered? When was John Lennon murdered? Okay, the answer is 1980. 1980. So, full sentence. Very good. John Lennon was murdered in 1980. John Lennon was murdered in 1980. Very good. The pronunciation of the years. Very good. 1980. Very good. Okay, the next one is for Diana, okay? Ask me what year Pablo Picasso was born.
When was Pablo Picasso born?
Very good. 1881.
Picasso was born in 1881.
1881. 1881.
Picasso was born in 1881.
One more time.
1881.
18.
18.
A.
A.
Like the letter A.
18.
A. Say A.
A.
Teen.
18.
18.
18.
1881.
1881.
One more time.
Pablo Picasso was born in 1881.
Very good. Okay, Pablo Picasso was born in 1881. Okay, the next one is for you at home, okay? Ask me when Vaughan Systems was founded. Vaughan Systems or Vaughan Systems, okay? Ask me when Vaughan Systems was founded. Very good. When was it founded? When was it founded? Okay, the answer is 1977. 1977. So the answer? Very good. Vaughan Systems was founded in 1997. 1997. Very good. Okay, the next one is for Diana. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ask me what year the colonization of Australia took place.
When did the colonization of
Colonization, difficult word. The first Z sound is Z, and then it's shun. Colonization. Okay, let's go back to Diana.
When did the Australian
Okay, when did the colonization of Australia?
When did the colonization of Australia take place?
Okay, colonization.
Colonization.
Zay.
Shun.
One more time.
Colonization.
Okay, the whole thing.
When did the colonization of Australia take place?
Very good. When did the colonization of Australia take place? 1788.
The colonization of Australia took place in 1798. 88.
Again? I said again and she was like, no!
The colonization of Australia.
I'm going to insist, I'm sorry. Colonization. Zation.
The colonization of Australia took place in 1788.
Very good. The colonization of Australia took place in 1788. Okay, the next one, okay, for you at home, okay? Ask me what year her great-grandmother was born in. Ask me what year her great-grandmother was born in. Very good. What year was her great-grandmother born in? What year was her great-grandmother born in? 1905. 1905. Very good. Her great-grandmother was born in 1905. Very good. 1905. Remember that when we have an O, we don't say 0. We say O there, okay? With years, we say O, okay? 1905, okay? Very good. Okay, the next one. Are you ready?
Yes.
Ask me when Christopher Columbus discovered America.
When did Christopher Columbus discover America?
Very good. 1492.
Christopher Columbus discovered Christopher Columbus discovered America in 1492.
Very good, very good. This one you said perfectly, okay? No colonization there, okay? The next one, okay? Ask me at home what year CDs were invented in. Ask me what year CDs were invented in. Very good. What year were CDs invented in? What year were CDs invented in? Okay, 1965, believe it or not. Okay, so I thought it was more recent, but 1965. So repeat. Very good. CDs were invented in 1965. CDs were invented in 1965. Okay, the next one is for Diana. You ready? Okay. Ask me what year Audrey Hepburn was born.
What year was Audrey Hepburn born?
Very good. 1929.
Audrey Hepburn?
Hepburn.
Audrey Hepburn was born in 1929.
Very good. One more time.
Audrey Hepburn was born in 1929.
Very good. She was born in 1929. In 1929. Okay, the next one is for you at home, okay? Ask me when El Quijote was first published. Ask me when El Quijote was first published. Very good. When was El Quijote first published? When was El Quijote first published? Okay, the answer is 1605. 1605. So repeat. Very good. El Quijote was published in 1605. Let's get Diana to repeat this.
When was...
No, the sentence,
okay.
El Quijote.
El Quijote was published on in 1605.
Very good. Repeat.
The Quijote was published on in 1605.
Very good. I'll repeat once more, okay? El Quijote was published in 1605. Okay, very good, Diana. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being here. And remember to study, to review, and to practice as much as possible. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Okay, this next segment is interesting for me. I like it. It's teaching the expression used to. I prefer to change now because I need to focus and concentrate, and I have a lot of things to teach you. All right, let's change. I used to be a better teacher, or I used to be a good teacher. I'm not a good teacher anymore. I used to know a lot of things, but now I'm losing my memory, and I don't remember those things. I used to drink water in class all the time. Now I don't. I used to spend a lot of time with my children, but now they are grown and they don't need me anymore. I used to enjoy teaching advanced students, but now I enjoy teaching beginners even more. I used to live in a bigger house. I used to live in a nice house for 4 people, my wife and my 2 children. But I don't live in a big house anymore. I live in a small house because I don't need to live in a big house. I used to spend a lot of time in my car. Now I spend more time in my office. I used to go to Texas every year to visit my family, but now I don't go so often. I used to. Yeah. Spain used to be a dictatorship. Now it's a monarchy. Spain isn't a dictatorship anymore. Now it's a monarchy. But Spain used to be a dictatorship. Yes. French used to be the most important language in Europe and in the world. But it's not anymore. France isn't the lingua franca or the language that everybody studies anymore. It used to be, but now it's English. Okay. I used to be, or for example, Pepe used to be a priest, but he left the habit, dejó el hábito. Antes fue cura. Okay. Estoy hablando del pasado. I used to be an army officer. Supongamos que yo fui en mi tiempo oficial del ejército, pero ahora no lo soy. Vamos a algo real, algo así que sí de mi vida. I used to live in Oklahoma. Punto. ¿Qué entendéis? Que yo viví o vivía en Oklahoma. Sin embargo, la traducción más exacta es yo antes vivía en Oklahoma. I used to live in Oklahoma. Fijaos que no he dicho cuándo ni he dicho duración de mis años de vivir ahí, porque está prohibido. Si vas a usar la expresión used to para expresar el pasado, está prohibido decir cuándo ni cuánto tiempo. El mero hecho, esta expresión, I used to live in Oklahoma, lo único que sacas de ello es que ya no vivo ahí. Eso sí. Si yo digo a golpe pronto, a bote pronto, I used to be happy. I used to be happy. Punto. Y me callo. Pues entiendes que ya no soy feliz. I used to be happy. I used to have a lot of money. Se entiende que ahora soy pobre. I used to cry in class a lot. Ahora entiendes que ya no lloro en clase. I used to laugh a lot. Ahora entiendes que ya no me río mucho. I used to think that the future was bright. Ahora está claro que no creo que tenga un futuro brillante o prometedor. I used to have less gray hair. Está claro que antes tenía menos canas. I used to. No estoy usando el verbo to be aquí, estoy poniendo lo que es el sujeto. I, you, he, she, Pepe, Manolo, Madrid, Spain, etc. Son sujetos. Y luego used to. Se escribe used. La forma es el pasado del verbo usar. Use, escrito used. Y luego la partícula to, T-O. Y se juntan estas dos palabras de una forma tan dinámica que suena al monasterio de Yuste, cambiando la E al final a la U. Imaginad que cambiáramos por decreto ley el nombre de ese monasterio y es monasterio de Yustu. Pues así se pronuncia, used to. I used to be, antes fui o era. I used to have, antes tenía. I used to know, antes conocía. I used to drink, antes bebía. I used to drink coffee in class. Now I drink water. Nunca digo, es imposible, escuchad. Felipe González used to be the president of Spain. Okay? It's incorrect to say Felipe González used to be the president of Spain for 14 years. Or Felipe González used to be the president of Spain in the 1980s and the 1990s. That's incorrect. You say Felipe González was the president of Spain from 1982 to 1996. He was the president of Spain for 14 years. Aquí no se dice used to. Pero os advierto, la expresión used to se usa cantidad en inglés. Si tú me dices que vas a visitar Oklahoma la semana que viene en un viaje de negocios, anda, yo antes vivía ahí. Oklahoma, I used to live there. What cities are you going to visit? Tulsa? My God, I used to live there. I lived there in the 1960s. Cuando ya preciso tiempo, abandono used to y viví. Ahí viví durante 10 años. Viví del año 60 al 70. Okay? I used to. Pero si no, I used to. I used to have a lot of money. Yes, I used to. I used to know a lot of interesting people. Yeah, I used to have a lot of power. Now I don't. I used to. I used to. Y no significa suelo hablar con gente. Eso es usually. Y Dios mío, tenéis un problema, muchos de vosotros, hasta el punto de que casi no quiero enseñar esta expresión used to, porque lo utilizáis mal y despistáis al interlocutor de una forma total. Hay gente que quiere decir, yo suelo beber agua en la clase. Y dice, I used to drink water in class. Eso significa, yo antes bebía agua en clase. Entonces el interlocutor entiendes que ya no bebes agua, cuando lo que quieres decir es que sueles beberla. Y en cuanto de agua, esto no es un problema. Este malentendido no pasa nada, pero hay otros malentendidos que cambian contratos enteros si se expresa mal. Okay? I usually sleep with my wife. Suelo dormir con mi mujer de noche. I used to sleep with my wife. El interlocutor, anda, ¿qué os pasa ahora? It's a complete confusion. All right? So, I used to. Y la pronunciación, used to. Recordad el monasterio de Yuste, cambiando la E a U. Used to. I used to know. I used to be happy. I used to be powerful. Antes tenía poder en este país. I used to be powerful. Felipe González used to be very powerful. He's still powerful, but not as much as before. He used to be very powerful. I'm going to continue with this in the next class. So, but I'll see you now and pass you to another teacher and come back to close in a few minutes.
Thank you, Richard. My name's David Waddell, and I'm here to put into practice everything that he's just taught you. That is, I used to, antes hacía or solía hacer, okay? But before that, I want to introduce you to my pupil, David, or David, should I say. How are you today, David?
Yes, I'm feeling good. Thank you.
You're feeling good.
Yeah, how about you?
I'm very, very well, thank you.
Okay.
You can say I'm very good. Y todo el mundo, everyone says I'm feeling good.
Okay.
But strictly speaking,
Yeah.
you should be saying well. Yeah, I'm feeling well. I'm good is estoy bien is
Yeah.
estoy bueno, really.
Okay.
But everyone now says I'm good. I'm good.
Okay,
I hear it
okay.
everywhere. I hear all my colleagues say I'm good. I'm good. How are you feeling? I'm good.
Okay.
Really, it should be I'm well. But,
Okay.
But that's just my little espinilla.
Thank you.
So I'm well, and you're well too. Yeah?
Yes, I'm well.
We're both well.
Yeah.
Everyone's well. Okay, so first of all, what we're going to do is look at some vocabulary. 5 pieces of vocabulary. Now, the first word is a verb, and it is to lengthen. To lengthen. Now, can you repeat the word for me?
To lengthen.
To lengthen.
To lengthen.
Not lengthen. Lengthen.
To lengthen.
Así, lengthen.
Okay.
Lengthen. Más relajado. Lengthen.
Lengthen.
No, lengthen. Lengthen. And what does that mean, to lengthen?
To alargar.
Alargar. Alargar. No?
Alargar.
Alargar.
Uh-huh.
You can teach me Spanish as well.
Okay.
Alargar. Am I pronouncing it correctly?
It's great.
It's great.
Native Spanish.
Muy bien. Okay, the second word is an adjective to describe a person, outgoing. Outgoing. Now, can you say the word first?
Outgoing.
Outgoing. Now, what does outgoing mean?
Extrovertido.
Extrovertido, exactly, an outgoing person. And of course, introvertido is introverted, yeah?
Okay.
So extrovert, introvert, outgoing. It's more common to say outgoing, I would say. Outgoing. The third word is a noun, and it is blend, a blend. Any idea what a blend is?
Una mezcla.
Una mezcla, muy bien, a blend. We can say a mix as well, of course, but a blend. You have to learn a blend. Okay. A blend of coffee, for example, yeah? Very good. Okay. The next word is physician. 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 Repeat the word physician.
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 Así. Now junto.
Physician.
Physician. Muy bien.
Physician.
Now, what does physician mean?
Terapeuta físico or something
Yeah,
like that?
or médico in general.
Un médico.
Yeah, medical, physician, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a slightly formal way of describing a doctor, really. A physician,
Okay.
physician. But of course it's spelled with PH, PHY,
Okay.
physician, physician. And the last word is napkin, napkin. Now, any idea what a napkin is?
Servilleta.
Servilleta, muy bien. Wasn't my mime good, yeah? Very, very, very graphic, yeah. So, napkin, can you repeat the word?
Napkin.
Napkin, napkin. Very good, napkin. Servilleta, ¿no?
Servilleta.
Servilleta.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, más o menos. Yeta. Yeta.
With Geary accent, but it's
Of
okay.
course. I can't shake it off. It's impossible. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So let's just go through the words again. To lengthen, repeat.
Lengthen.
Good, okay. Outgoing.
Outgoing.
Outgoing. Going.
Outgoing.
Outgoing. Very good.
Outgoing.
Outgoing. Okay, and the third one, blend. Blend. Can you repeat that?
Blend.
Good, which
blend,
is?
Mezcla.
Mezcla, very good. Physician. Physician.
Physician.
Ah.
Physician.
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 Good, medical, physician. And the last word, napkin. Napkin. So again?
Napkin.
Napkin, which is?
Servilleta.
Servilleta. Servilleta.
Much better.
Wow. I'm improving, thank God. Okay, so now we're going to look at used to, yeah? Used to, which means antes hacía algo, yeah? Pero ahora no. Yeah? Or solía hacer algo, pero ahora no, yeah?
Okay.
So what I'm going to do to practice this form is I'm going to tell you a series of things. For example, I don't go out anymore. Ya no salgo. Yeah? I don't go out anymore. And you will say, You used to go out. You used to go out. Yeah? Antes salía.
Ajá.
Salías.
Salía.
Salía. Antes
Yeah,
salía.
salía.
Okay, muy bien. So let's go, shall we? So I don't go out on Friday nights anymore.
I used to go out on Friday night.
Say you, yeah.
You used to go out on Friday night.
Good, repeat.
You used to go out on Friday night.
Good, you used to go out on Friday night. You used to go out on Friday night. One more time.
You used to go out on Friday night.
Very good. So I don't go out on Friday night anymore. You used to go out on Friday night. Okay, one more. I don't ride my bike anymore.
You used to ride your bike.
Good. One more time.
You used to ride your bike.
You used to ride your bike. Ride your bike.
You used to ride your bike.
Good. Not ride your bike.
Yeah.
Yeah. One more time.
You used to ride your bike.
Good. I used to ride my bike. I don't ride my bike anymore, but I used to ride my bike. I used to in the past, but now I don't because I just don't have time, basically. I would like to ride my bike, but I don't. Okay. I don't like beer anymore. I don't like beer anymore.
You used to like beer.
I used to like beer. It's strange, isn't it? But now I don't. Very, very strange. Do you like beer?
Yes, I do.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, I used to like beer, but now I don't. Very strange that, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, doesn't matter. The next one is my parents. My parents don't visit me anymore. My parents don't visit me anymore.
Your parents used to visit you.
Good. One more time.
Your parents used to visit you.
Used to visit you. Used to visit you,
Visit. Your parents used to visit you.
yeah? Parents.
Parents.
Good.
Your parents used to visit you.
Very good. Excellent. So, my parents don't visit me anymore. So, your parents don't visit you. Your parents used to visit you. Sorry, your parents used to visit you. Okay, let's try another one. My brother doesn't go to the gym anymore. My brother doesn't go to the gym anymore.
Your brother used to go to the gym.
Good. Repeat.
Your brother used to go to the gym.
Yes, your brother.
Your brother.
Brother, not brother. Brother.
Your brother used to go to the gym.
One more time.
Your brother used to go to the gym.
Very good. Okay, my brother doesn't go to the gym anymore. My brother doesn't go to the gym anymore. So, your brother used to go to the gym. Your brother used to go to the gym, but ya no va al gimnasio. Okay, one more. I don't eat junk food anymore. I don't eat junk food anymore. What's junk food?
Comida basura.
Comida basura. Muy bien. Junk food. Junk food. Comida basura. I don't eat junk food anymore. So,
You used to eat junk food.
you used to eat junk food. I used to eat junk food, but I don't eat junk food anymore. Okay, that's all we have time for. So now I'm going to hand you back to Richard. So please practice. It's very important. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, class number 34 finished, but class number 35 is going to begin and continue quite a bit, bastantes quite a bit, with the expression used to. Usually when I teach and other teachers teach in Vaughan systems, we insist on practicing correct grammar, etc., etc. But we don't spend too much time insisting on theory, conceptual or theoretical understanding of certain structures, because the theoretical part is quite easy. But with used to, and to be used to, and to get used to, and usually, you need to be very, very careful and to perfectly understand the structures and the differences and when and where and how we use each. And so we're going to spend some time here. And this is important to avoid serious confusions. All right. I'll see you tomorrow.